Now, the Fabulous Autistic Talented Art Exhibition 2022 was held on Saturday in Abuja. The solo exhibition, hosted by Kanye Chukwutagbo KK, popularly known as Kanye, who is an autistic child, was in commemoration of the World Autism Awareness Month to showcase the special gifts children and adults of the spectrum are known to possess. Benedict Uku has more on the story.
Persons with the autism spectrum disorder is a broad term used to describe a group of neurodevelopmental disorders. At the annual Fabulous Autistic Talented Art Exhibition, which held in Abuja on Saturday, the spotlight was fixed on highlighting the challenges of special needs children. Kanye Chukwutagbo KK, a 12-year-old boy of the autistic spectrum, has been pushing the boundaries in the field of art after his works were recognized worldwide a few years ago. Speaking at the exhibition, Kanye's mom and dad narrated his journey as an artist and his influence in the aid for other special needs children.
There's a whole team working with him, even in his school. They practice inclusive learning with him. So he sits down with other kids. So his teachers, the OLG Foundation, the therapist, everybody were working together. Everybody works together to get to where we are now. Autism is also a very expensive thing to manage. And that is why we came up with this idea that we have now. We want to be able to reach as many kids as possible through donors and let the kids be able to get educational and to get the necessary therapy that they need, at least even if it's on a low scale, right? We want them to be able to, because why we say this is because it is when we started to get Kanye out there that we started to realize, or we started to notice his art. But if he was at home and just staying at home, you probably would have never known.
What the application does, it matches donors with schools and children. Children that are financially challenged and have special needs. And what we have done is that the app tries to locate a child within a 2-kilometer radius of the school, and then donors can go, pick a child, pay the child's school fees, and then continue to pay that child's school fees. That way, that child is not left behind. That child have access to therapy. Right now, we have about 50-60 children on the platform, and then we'll have about 5 schools who are onboarded. The plan is that in the next 4 to 5 years, we'll have between 500,000 to 1 million children on that platform.
Also speaking to KAFTAN TV at the exhibition, Member House of Representatives representing Oluyole Federal Constituency, Tolulokbe Akande Sadikbe, noted that she would table the matter of special needs children at the National Assembly.
As a lawmaker, we need to look at laws that will ensure that that particular sector of our society is protected. It's very, very key. Autism cannot really, in my opinion, I don't really look at it as a disability like that. I look at it as a difference in the way a man thinks or a woman thinks. That's what it is. And because society is not that exposed to the phenomenon called autism, they can be severely misunderstood. And the interventions that will be used for them will be the wrong interventions that will make the situation worse. That is why, as a lawmaker, I would definitely do whatever needs to be done. And I would, after having seen this, I would go back to the House and engage my colleagues into how we can better improve the educational sector from our own legislative perspective that will be of benefit to the children that they find themselves in this situation.
At the exhibition, other guests praised Kanye's works and the impact it had on advocating for the well-being of special needs children.
Interestingly, Nigerians themselves, as in Nigerians that you know, you find them everywhere today. They are the ones that you'll find. A lot of them come over, patronize, do a lot of things. The art awareness inside Nigerians now is so very heavy. Honestly, and it's so very beautiful. You cannot ignore this. But now, my quarrel will still stay with the government not doing so much. Because all you need to do is make sure that the art education is there. All you need to do is to make sure that the art institutions are encouraged. All you need to do is to make sure that the person that graduates from art has somewhere to go to. In the whole of Abuja, where will you go to and you want to see art? Apart from the one at the cultural center at the return.
Sometimes it's not ready for it and you want it to be done. So you need this extra patience to be able to get such child to work. And you need to understand, you need a lot of in-depth study to get it done. And that is what has actually helped us so far. That has really helped me to work with Kanye.
We should minimize discrimination. We should celebrate our differences as opposed to, like running away and being afraid of differences. We should embrace our differences and try and make a community, available for each and everybody so that everyone can live happily ever after. I mean, Kanye luckily has parents who were ready, willing, and able to accept his difference, and it's almost like as though, wow, they were patient enough, learned to know their child, because we find that a lot of parents with children like this never really get to know that their children can be better because they're working hard, looking for money, and it's almost impossible to take time and know about your child. I mean, this is a lot of hard work, not only for the child but more for the parents.
Kanye's solo exhibition has been described as a beacon of hope for Nigerians and the world at large on the capabilities of children on the autistic spectrum. Many advocate for an end to prejudice and rather an acceptance of all, as exemplified by the theme of No Child Left Behind.